Chapter 4. Meeting Diego Again. Frida loved meeting up with her friends and going to parties with them. She and her friends talked about politics and art and literature. It helped her forget the sad things that had happened to her. Diego Rivera was at one of the parties Frida went to. He did not remember Frida, but she remembered him. A few days after that party, Frida had an idea. She decided to take 4 of her paintings and show them to Diego. Frida thought he would be able to tell her whether she was any good at painting. Although she had made fun of him years before, Frida still respected his talent. Diego was painting one of his murals and was up on a tall scaffolding. "Diego, come down. I have something important to discuss with you," Frida called up to him. He probably thought that was a very brave and bold thing for Frida to do. Diego looked at the paintings that Frida had brought. He said that 3 of them were too influenced by other paintings Frida had seen. But he really liked one of the paintings. It was a self-portrait, a painting that Frida had done of herself. "It's original," Diego said. "You have talent." He knew that Frida could be a painter. Diego told Frida to go home and paint another portrait. He said that he would come to her house the following Sunday to look at it. Diego kept his word and went to see Frida's painting. Frida showed him all the paintings she had done so far. Although she was only 21 years old at the time, Diego was impressed with Frida's work and her talent. He was also impressed by her energy. Diego started to spend a lot of time with Frida at the Blue House. Eventually, he started to fall in love with her, and Frida started to fall in love with Diego. Even though Diego was almost twice Frida's age, her father saw that the couple loved each other and was happy for them to be together. Mr. Kahlo knew that Diego would be a good teacher for Frida. He called them the elephant and the dove because Diego was so big and round and Frida was small and delicate. Mr. Kahlo warned Diego that his daughter could be mischievous and a troublemaker, but Diego didn't care. Part of the reason Diego loved Frida was because she was so unique. She wove ribbons and flowers into her hair. She wore lots of jewelry and traditional Mexican costumes. Diego also liked that she reflected Mexican culture in her paintings and in the way she looked. Diego Rivera. Diego Rivera won a scholarship to study art in Europe when he was 20. He lived in Paris for many years and learned to paint like European artists. Diego returned to Mexico in 1921, just after the Mexican Revolution. He decided that he wanted to paint things that showed the history of Mexico and its people. He turned away from the styles he had studied while in Europe, and he painted big, bright, bold murals that were not like anything he had painted before. Diego believed that art wasn't just for rich people, and that everyone should have a chance to see paintings. So Diego's murals showed ordinary people, farmers, miners, and factory workers. His murals reflected the things the Mexican Revolution had been fought for. Frida and Diego were married in 1929. Some of Frida's friends were surprised that she decided to marry someone so much older than she. But that didn't matter to Frida. He was Mexico's greatest artist, and Frida knew she could learn a lot from him.